Hi, let us discuss about traversing binary search trees. So the traversing basically it means that accessing each element of an array or a node exactly once. That's called a traversing. Since binary tree having many branches and leaf nodes and different paths, the traversing can be performed in three ways. So we have three ways of performing the traversing. The first one is called pre-order traversing. Pre-order traversing, and the second one is called in-order traversing, and the third one is called post-order traversing. So we can traverse the binary tree in any of these methods. Each method will give a different tracking algorithm or tracking path. So in this video, now we will discuss only about how to traverse an algorithm using pre-order method. So the pre-order method, it's basically it RLR, root and left and right, we can call it as. And let us consider this binary tree where we have both left and right child, and A is a root node here. A is a root node here. And also we have a terminating nodes. The leaf nodes are G, K, and E and F. So traversing means we can easily track the binary tree by following any path. But the right way of doing is by using the proper algorithm here. Okay. So now here, what is this pre-order traversal will do? So informally, the pre-order traversal, first it will process the root node. So it will process the root node, that is A. And next what it will do, if there is a right child for root node, then the right child will be entered into the stack, or it will be pushed into the stack. Then it will go on to traverse or process the left child. If there is a left child, it will continue to go on. So it will continually, it will proceed with the left subtree. Now, as it progress in the left subtree, it will process every node which is having a left child, and by chance if there is a right child, it will be pushed in onto the stack. And this process continues until it reaches or process the terminating node, which is called a leaf node. So beyond which there is no progress here. This is what we call as a terminating node. So now here we have several terminating nodes. We have a G, we have a K, we have E, and we have F. Okay. So as I told you, in a pre-order traversal, the first processing node will be A. When I say processing, it can be of anything. It may be printing the node value, or it may be processing on the node value. Anything it can be done over here. Okay. So now let us discuss about the pre-order traversal mechanism. Okay. So first one is a root node. So we process A. Now, as we process A, there is a right child here. What is the right child? The right child is C. Now, the right child will not be processed immediately. Rather, it will be pushed onto the stack. But before we push onto the stack, there is one rule of thumb that we follow here. That is, before we begin the operation, we load the null value onto the stack, which will act as a sentinel. So whenever the null is encountered, it means that we have accessed all the nodes of the tree. So we load the null value onto the stack, that is the 0 here for the theoretical discussion. And the next one is what? Now, as we have processed the A, we have processed the A now, then there's a right child is C, then the right child C will be entered onto the stack. Now the stack content is what? 0 and C over here. Then immediately it comes to the left child. So left child is what? B. There is a left child here, the left child is B. So this left child will be processed immediately. So this is the second node that's going to be processed here. And the next one is, after it is processing B, it checks for the right child. But does B has a right child? No, it is not having a right child. Then it will come to the left child. Yes, there's a left child. So it finds that there's a left child over here. Then it processes the D node. So the D will be processed here. So now when the D is processed, then it finds that there's a right child here. Right child is H. So immediately this H will be loaded onto the stack. So now the stack content is what? 3 and H. Okay. Then after loading the right child onto the stack, then left child will be checked. The left child is now, there is a left child which is called G. So now the G could be processed easily. So it will process. So that's the fourth node that's going to be processed in this order. But after that, it will check for, is there any right child? There is no right child. Is there any left child? Unfortunately, we don't have a left child also. So this is we called as a terminating node. So when the process is done on the terminating node, the pushing operation will stop. Will stop the pushing operation. And once the terminate node is found that it has no left child, then it will start pop up from the stack. So as it pops up from the stack, now it will process the H node. So now the H node will be processed. That is node 5 will be processed. After processing H node, it understands that there is a right child K. So right child K now it will be loaded onto the stack. Right child K will be loaded onto the stack. So now the content of the stack will be C and K. Now what about the left child? Left, that there is no left child for this. So again, the operation will be stopped. Then we do the backtracking. So backtracking, we find that now in the backtracking process, we pop up. So what we do, we pop up this K out. Now the K will be processed. K is again, it's a terminating node. It's not having any child, neither left nor right. So K has nothing to do. Now again, what we'll do, we will process. So K is processed here. So this will be the sixth node for us. Now again, we will pop from the stack. So what will be popped now? C will be popped from the stack. As C is popped from the stack, then C will be processed. So C is going to be processed here. As C is processed, it understands that there is a right child for C. What is the right child for the C now? This is the seventh node that we are going to process. Then on the right child, what do you have? The F. Okay. So F will be now loaded onto the stack. As F will be loaded onto the stack. Yes. After loading F onto the stack, then it goes on to process the left child if there is a left child. Yes, there is a left child. So that is going to be the eighth node that's going to be processed here. So that will be processed. Once this is processed, then it will continue to check for the left child for E. First of all, check for right, no right. Then there's no left also. So it will not, it will be a terminating node. Okay. So after that, what will happen now? Then it will pop from the stack. So F will be popped from the stack now. So F gets popped over here. So as F get pops, it will get processed here. As it gets processed, now finally we will be having only the null pointer in the or a null value onto the stack. That indicates that we have processed all the nodes over here. So now let us recall. So our path is going to be A, and the next is going to be B and D, then G, H, then K, then C, and the next one is going to be E and F. So this is the traversal algorithm that is given a path for a pre-order traversal. So A, B, D, G, H, K, C, E, F. Okay. Now let us consider one more tree. So before that, let us discuss the formal algorithm. So whatever the concept we have discussed, the same is going to be given in the form of an algorithm. What is the algorithm here? So first what we'll do, we will initially push null value onto the stack. Null value is pushed onto the stack. So when I say null value, theoretically we use 0 for discussion, but for a practical, we use -1 for the representing the null value. So we'll push the null value onto the stack and initialize the PTR. What for PTR will be initialized with what value? Since it's a pre-order, PTR will be initialized with the address of the root. So first what we do, we set the top to the first position, and to the stack of top, the null value will be loaded, and the pointer will be initialized to point to the root node. So PTR is the one of the important variable that we will be using as a pointer, not exactly as a pointer variable like for a memory dereferencing. Instead, just to point to the particular indexing, we will be using this PTR. Okay, and after that, next what it will do, so we are going to continue the operation of checking the right node and the left node. If there is a right node, put it onto the stack, and if there is a left node, continue to process. And if there is if there is a null, that means if there is a leaf node, and then immediately we stop the pushing operation, then we go for the popping operation. So things like that, it will be get continued. So we will going to continue the process as long as the PTR is not equal to null. So while PTR is not equal to null, what do we do? Straight away we can apply the process, because our first in the pre-order algorithm, the first node itself a root node. So we take the root node and we apply some process. The process may be printing the value, or it may be doing some arithmetic operations, whatever may be. We can apply some process over here. And after applying the process, okay, then what we do? We check for the right child. Is there a right child? If there is a right child, what do we have to do? We have to put it onto the stack. But how do we put it onto the stack? If you want to put it onto the stack, we have to increase the top, isn't it? So that's the basic method. So if right of PTR is not equal to null, that means there is a right child. Then push onto the stack. Push onto the stack. How do we do? By incrementing the top pointer by 1, then the right of PTR will be pointing to the right child. That will be loaded onto there. So here basically the node value will be putting it. Node, when I say node value, it may be a number, it may be a character, it may be a record, whatever may be. So that will be placed onto the stack of top. Okay, fine. So once this is done for a right child, if there is a right child, then we will stop our this condition over here. Next, what we do, we check for the left child. Is there a left child? So how do we check? Again, we check with the condition. If left of PTR is not equal to null, left of PTR is not equal to null, that means there's a left child. Then what we'll do, we will set the PTR again. So you see that PTR is the point that we use. PTR to the left of PTR, so that it will be pointing to the left child of the tree. Okay, and the next one is what? After doing this, if there is no left child, that means that we are encountering a leaf node or terminating node. So when we encounter a leaf node or a terminating node, then what we do? We do the backtracking. Backtracking is one of the important words that we will be using throughout our discussion on traversing. So else pop from stack. So as you pop from stack, first what we have to do? First we take the value from the stack, then we decrement the top by 1. So that's the basic operation that we do for the pop. So PTR from the stack of top, the value will be given to the PTR, so that the PTR will be pointing to the corresponding node. Then we decrement the top by 1. So as we decrement the top by 1, then the top will be reduced and it will be pointing to the previous value or next value. So if this is done, then what happens? We can check out with the left child. So if there is no left child, then we can pop up the values from the stack. Okay, so that's how we continue and we'll complete our loop as well. Okay, now here finally we can exit from the program. Then we can consider this as a simple exercise where you have a binary tree over here, and using this binary tree, we can traverse it by using the pre-order algorithm. Okay, so let us see that how do we do it for the given binary tree. The first node will be the root node. So I'm just writing it here. So A will be the first node, A. Then after A, then we'll have a stack over here. So the right child is going to be C. So stack, it's pushed onto the stack. Before that, as usual, keep your null value onto the stack. Then C is pushed onto the stack. The next one is what? The left child is there. So next is going to be the B. Next is going to be B. And after B, it comes to D. After processing D, it realizes that there is a right child. So what is the right child? The right child is H. So that will be loaded onto the stack now. Then it comes to the G. That is the next node. So this will be processed. So after B, it goes to D. After D, it goes to G. Then after G, straight away, there's no right child for G. So it is not going to push it onto the stack. So there is a left child for G, that's a K. So now this will be processed. So that is K is going to be processed. As the K is processed here, next what will happen? Here it will check for the left child. Is there a left child? There is no left child. First of all, there is no right child. And now there is no left child also. So the pushing onto the stack will stop. Now we'll start popping up from the stack. So as we pop up from the stack, what do you get it now here first? First we get what? The H node. So H node we take it now. So we processing now H node over here. So mark H onto the path. So next, as we process the H node, now there is a right child for H, that's M. That is M. So put M onto the stack now. So H is taken, but now we have a M over here. Okay, so M. So after loading M onto the stack, now there's a left child L. So L will be processed. L will be processed here. Okay, so as the L is processed, again it's a terminating node. Okay, so again it will pop from the stack. What is going to be immediately popped from the stack? M is going to be popped from the stack. So it's going to pop up M from here. Okay, M is also, it is done over here. So A, B, D, G, K, and this is going to be the sixth one. And after H, it goes to L. So this is going to be seventh one, and this is going to be the eighth one over here. Okay, after that, after processing M, again it's a terminating node. Okay, so it cannot process. So again, what we'll do now, we will pop from the stack. So what we pop from the stack, that is C, we are popping from the stack. So C, we are going to pop from the stack. But do we have a right child for the C? There is no right child for the C and nothing to pop up. And so there is no right child, but there is a left child over here. What is the left child? The left child is E. The left child is E over here. But now coming to the E, it's again terminating node. So what is to be popped from the stack now? So we are going to pop the null value. Null value means, that means we have used all the nodes. So this is the program for pre-order traversal. So pre-order traversal, first we access the root node, then we access the left subtree, and then we can access the right subtree. So we use the stack here in order to store the right subtree, and also we pop from the stack. So we use the two data structure here. For a tree representation, we use two data structures. What are the data structures? We use the linked list, and also we use the stack here. So linked list is the basic representation that we use. And in turn, if you look into it, the linked list also, it uses the array. So we are using three one-dimensional array to represent a linked list. So that's basically a doubly linked list. So we have a left pointer, and also we have the right pointer, and also we have the information to be stored. Then also we have a stack over here. So if we look at the program, we have an array called info, and it's of type character, and it is of size 20. There is an array called the left of type integer and of size 20, and there's another array of type integer called the right and of size 20. Then also there is a pre-order function over here. So the pre-order function is a very important function here, where it neither takes an argument nor returns a value. So we have a local pointer here. So the PTR is the pointer that we use, that basically variable, but use it to point to the particular node of the tree. So then we initialize the top equal to 0, and the stack of top now it is filled with the null value, as we have discussed in the algorithm. Then the PTR is initialized with the root node, and we process the root node. After that, we continue to do the process of checking the right child and the left child, and if there is a right child, we put it onto the stack. So we continue this process until we encounter a leaf node. So that condition can be checked with the help of the PTR. So PTR is not equal to -1 means the PTR is not having any values. So PTR is equal to -1, the loop will break and it will come out of the loop. So first what we do, first we just print the info that is on the particular node. So that's also kind of a processing. Printing a value of a node is also a processing, or if you want to do some arithmetic operation also, we can do the arithmetic operations. So as soon as we process a node, what we do next we check for the right child. If there is a right child, that means that the right of PTR is not equal to -1, that means there is a right child. If there is a right child, then we increment the top by 1. We increment the top by 1, so that pointer will be incremented. Then to the new location, the right of PTR, that pointer, the right child will be loaded onto the stack. Okay. After that, next what we do, we continue the work by checking the left child. If the left child is there, that means that the left of PTR is not equal to -1, then we update the PTR with the left of PTR value, so that pointer will be pointing to the left child. If there is no left child, that means that it's a terminating node, it's a leaf node. So when we encounter this terminating node, what we do, we stop our pushing operation. Now we start our backtracking, which is called a popping operation. So we, in order to do the pop operation, first we take the data out of the stack, then we decrement the top pointer by 1. So by doing this, we can pop it. And again, this operation continues. How long? Until the PTR is not equal to -1. So when PTR is equal to -1, it will come out of the loop. So that ends the loop. And finally, we can give the value, whether the statement end on the screen. Okay, that's the pre-order function. So now coming to the tree representation, as we have discussed earlier, we have now info, we have a left array, and also we have a right array. So based using these arrays, we just represent the tree. And also the left and right pointers are representing the left and right child. If there's no child, it's pointed with it's represented with the -1 over here. And on the screen, we just print it on the screen, that's pre-order traversal path. Then after a line, then we call the pre-order function. As we call the pre-order function without passing any argument, the pre-order will get executed because we have made all the other variables ready inside the pre-order function. So it will traverse the array and traverse a tree, and it will give the pre-order traverse the path over here. So for the previous example, what we have discussed, if we run it, we will be able to see it's giving the output ABDGKHLMCE. So when we compare with this previous discussion, we can see that ABDGKHLMC and E. So that's the output that we basically get here. Okay. Thank you.